Irresponsible cat owners may have contributed to the stray cat problems, but on the other spectrum, there are some cat owners who have sacrificed time and personal space to take in and care for these abused strays. I'm here with Suzanne Walker, familiar face and voice to all of you, and she has 5 cats. So Suzanne, tell us about your 5 cats.
Well, they're all strays. They all were picked up like when they were kittens, or some were found abandoned. 3 of them came in as kittens. One was found in Tiong Bahru. I think one was in a factory somewhere. All of them had been abused.
They're like, I want to be in the limelight too.
Yeah, like, you know,
look
that's
at it.
little D. He's the boy cat. He was found at Portsdale.
With their jaw, right?
Yes, this is the jaw. His jaw is not aligned. It looks cute, but come on, no, stop that. But you know,
Nervous?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Wondering what's
On
going
camera today.
Yes. So he's just wondering, like, what's all the activity going on right now?
Yes.
But he, abandoned at a bus stop, and it was bashed in. It's bleeding. He hadn't eaten for about a week.
So they realigned his jaw?
No, they couldn't because they told me later that the jaw has been bashed in for a week, so it's already set. So they would have to break the jaw again to wire it up.
Which then is too cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah, too painful.
Yeah. So they were all my cats are strays. I love them. All right, my house is messy because of me, not because of my cats. But this is Super.
Hey.
He's a little shy. But, when he's really happy, his nose gets very pink. Whereas he's the loudest purr, and he's like Mr. Talker.
So he's your first cat?
Yeah, he's the one. He had like a bit of, his leg was broken as a kitten, But
And you found him at is it Tiong Bahru you were saying? Or?
No, I don't know where. I think he was found at a factory. One of the SPCA ladies gave him to me. Come on.
Hey.
Okay, this is Pudding. She was found at the Holland Village MRT with her 2 kittens, not fixed with a collar. I guess they bred her. Her kittens were medium-haired kittens, so I think they bred her with a Persian, and then they abandoned her. So I felt so bad because she was such a good mom, and she was taking care of 2 kittens and begging for food from the strangers that passed by. So I asked my girlfriends to help me, and we caught her, we fixed her. We found nice homes for her babies, and they wanted me to get rid of the mom because, she's older, but she's such a nice cat, so I decided to keep her.
Hey, Pudding. So how come you call her Pudding?
Because when she sits down, she goes like that, like a pudding. Oh, that's Molly. Molly! It's, I think he's about also 10 or 11.
10, 11 years old, right?
He's a sweetheart. He's a real sweetheart. Says he's a mole. He's a mole.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. He's a mole. He's like a real baby. He's old, so his black fur is getting a bit white. Come on now, you're going to be on the camera.
And where did you find him?
This is at the Tiong Bahru market.
Oh,
So he's very laid back. He's never scratched me in my life. And when my son was a baby, he would sleep with my son. My son loves him to death. This is Lula. She's going to run away very soon, I can tell you.
Mula?
Lula.
Lula. Hi, Lula. Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah, she's very skittish, though.
So she had a rubber band on her.
Tied around her tail as a kitten. She's very skittish and shy. I think it's because of that she was traumatized. Yeah, she's out there. Okay, she's that. So, I let her be. And she sleeps with me. Every night she sleeps with me. She sleeps like by my face. Every night without fail.
She won't sleep alone, I guess she
won't
wants to
sleep.
be.
Yeah, she won't sleep alone. So she's always in the bedroom or she's hiding out. She's very scared of strangers. And when I adopted her, they told me that she was very traumatized. And it's true. I never saw her for 2 years. She'd be hiding around in furniture. Because I knew with Lula, you can't just leave her alone. Yeah, I just thought, okay, if she wants to hide, let her hide. I realized later that you have to bring her out, coax her out, talk to her, They like a lot of love.
Tell me, why do you want to take in stray cats, and what motivates you, and why do you love cats so much?
Actually, I never even looked at cats that were just strays. And I actually thought it was quite nice, like it's just part of life at the coffee shop sometimes, Before, now you don't see it anymore. You just hang out and then all the cats will come around. I remember people used to say they were dirty, but they were also very cute. And I was more a dog person, but when I moved into a flat, I could not keep a dog. And when I was given my first cat, I never I never thought twice. They're just adorable. They're different from dogs, just like people are different, but they all have their unique personality, and they are very loyal. Like my cats don't eat when I'm away. Like they're like dogs. They don't eat. They sit and they wait at the door for me as well. Wow. So I would get a pedigree, but there's so many strays, so I'd rather adopt a stray. What happened was with little D, when I picked him up and he was bashing. I mean, I think it was just meant to be, because I picked up a cat that was so close to death and it needed help. I think anyone would just like do the right thing and just take it to the vet, and then what can you do? You gotta keep it, right? How they?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi.
So and then now she's like.
And this was how Suzanne ended up with more cats than she had initially planned for. There were just too many stray cats that needed her help. So why are there so many strays around?
I think the strays exist because the people have not been sterilizing their cats. I mean, it happens because no one sterilizes, just like for strays as well. I mean, I don't think it's about like killing as many as you can. I mean, we're in the 21st century, and I think it's so unenlightened to go around killing and culling, you know. These cats happen to multiply only because people aren't responsible owners. And if you start finding people who don't sterilize their pets, I think the stray population will go down. They should do it like just like dogs now. If you want to have a cat, you have to sterilize the cat. That's it.
Like regulations.
Yeah, for pet stores as well. I don't care if you're running a business, but you're also dealing with lives and pets and animals. You know, you should actually be educating the public. Get them sterilized before you want to buy my pedigree cat. I mean, it's a business, and you expect them to be responsible, you know, business people. I mean, the cats can't speak for themselves, neither can dogs or parakeets. I mean, we should be stepping up for them, because this is the way to go about doing it. You start sterilizing them. And the funny thing is, once they get sterilized, they get well fed. People look at the strays differently. They're less aggressive, they put on more weight, you know, and they're fed, so they're not begging, they're not hanging around, you know, loitering, looking for food. They clean themselves because they spend less time having babies or looking for mates. So they start looking very attractive, and their personality calms down. So they become more affectionate and just like lazy, and people find that very attractive. So I don't see why the focus has been about cats. I think people just have a thing against cats. I really
Why do you think they have a thing against?
I think because people always think that cats are dirty, cats can give you asthma, which is so unfounded, and it's such an uneducated way of looking at animals, you know. It's just, they don't try to broaden their minds, they just fall for all these stereotypes and like hearsay. But I think that they just give cats a very hard time.
So what are the sacrifices that you have to make then to keep 5 cats in your home?
Okay.
What are the sacrifices?
I did not cut their nails and like look at the couch, right? But I think if you're anyone with a dog or a cat, right, and lives with them, these are just some of the things. I don't wear a lot of black clothes because I have fur. There's fur everywhere. Like if I carry my cat, so I have to invest in one of those like sticky things to roll around, to get the fur off. I just don't have like that perfect clean house, like you go to your mom's house, a Chinese New Year vibe, where the floor is very squeaky, clean, you know. I don't have that house, that kind of house, because the cats have free reign over my entire flat. So, I mean, these are just some of the things, but they're very small if you look at the bigger picture. So, especially like the kids, like they don't know a lot of things, like they can't learn to feel for someone else. Like I know like people with pets, like usually kids are growing up, like my first thing I taught my son's gentil, you know, like gentil is like just like gentle, be gentle. And till today I know when he sees like an animal, he tries to be very gentle with them. And this is not taught to any child with no pets in their life. Yeah. This is how I look at the cats, because like I'm older and I've had them for 10 years, right? And how they've helped me is that, as what it's always been in my family when we were brought up, we were made to think for others. And having a cat around, I mean, continually reminds me to do that. You just have to think about other people sometimes, and take some responsibility. And you just realize that there is such a thing as maybe short-term discomfort, but long-term gain. I gain in other things that I can't measure, that I can't get anywhere else. I'm in a cat zone, like I'm sitting here watching TV, and the cats just come around. And they know when you're sad. They're just like dogs. They all know it. If you spend enough time with your pets, like when I'm sad, one of them will just come to me. They could just jump up on me. They could just sit here with me. One of them. But now they know I'm okay, so they just like hang around me.
Yeah. I like that. Last time I had a kitten where if I'm watching TV, she would just lie on my tummy.
Yeah, kittens do that.
She would lie on my tummy.
Yeah, usually like the girls would do it, like Pudding. Pudding is the one that likes to sit on my tummy when I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
The boys just like will hang out. But they get jealous.
So are you happy with 5 cats, or are you going to have more?
No more. No more. Because they're territorial.
Yeah.
No more. I mean, 5 is it. I do tell my friends I'm sorry because everyone thinks that I collect strays, but I mean, my house is like a house that I share with my cats. It's not the cat house. So 5 is fine.
Well, I guess 5 is a perfect number for one whose dedication and love has saved these cats from a life of abuse and neglect. These cats are indeed fortunate. And we hope more cat owners will be more responsible and take the necessary steps to prevent overbreeding.